And now, news.
Very fake news.
I see a lot of excellent journalism being done.
Give me the press.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
How can you ask a question when you don't know the press?
He said that journalists make up stories and make up sources.
As a journalist, I don't really like being the story here.
Very fake news.
And many of your compatriots had to change their reporting, and they had to apologize, and they had to correct.
This is a golden age of journalism in a lot of ways.
Mr. Biden, what flavor did you get?
News.
So remember Daniel Dale? He was one of the more passionate fact checkers during the Trump administration. He was the one who said he's a serial liar and he lies serially or something like that. Well, liar! Yeah, he was obsessed with Trump's lies. And if you listen really closely, you might be able to hear a slight difference in how he covers Joe Biden. This is the tweet. This president says some inaccurate stuff. Not ideal, but there's no pretending that this era is remotely similar to the last president's staggering daily avalanche of extreme wrongness. Daniel Dale recently was fact-checking Joe Biden's joint address to Congress, and he caught like a bunch of lies that Biden said, and he made note of saying, you know, it always happens when he's ad-libbing. Like everything he made up was not in the script. It was not on the teleprompter. And that's Joe for you. But what I thought was amazing about it was he said, you know, Joe tends to get tripped up when he goes into the number stuff. I'm not sure if that's exactly how he put it, but he said the number stuff. And I started to laugh because I was like, Joe loves the number stuff. Okay? He loves it. But now we're calling Joe's lies the inaccurate stuff. And there's a great piece in Red State where someone breaks down how pathetic this fact check. He did my fact check look at Biden's first 100 days. He was very proud of this article. He reposted it. You would have thought it was Glenn Kessler's piece on Tim Scott. That's how much he reposted it. The president says some inaccurate stuff. And this is what the Red State author, Sister Told goes into. She says, in this piece, if you read it, Dale doesn't use the word lie in it once, although lacking content was mentioned once, misleading was used twice, with inaccurate getting 3 mentions. The operative term to describe Biden's lies was false claims. The inability/unwillingness of Dale to call Biden out using the word lie was more than apparent back in January when he characterized a lie-riddled speech Biden made about the COVID relief plan as plan. Sorry. Biden called it a pan, so I'm just repeating him.
Are you saying pan?
I think I know how to...
The B is silent.
I think I know how to clear up the whole pan-pam situation. Biden made about the COVID relief plan as quite factual. So these fact checkers are just... They're not even pretending. Glenn Kessler said, oh, by the way, like, I'm not going to... The 100-day mark is, you know, the fact checking ends here. I'm not keeping a database of lies like I did for Trump. And then he said, I learned my lesson. Like, what was the lesson? Absolutely insane. When we get back, we'll take some of your calls and we'll get into a little bit more of this fake news. By the way, did you hear Yamiche Alcindor? She got a new job.
I did.
She is becoming the host of Washington Week on PBS. Yamiche Alcindor was the activist who, at Biden's first press conference, she waited like 65 days to give him a compliment. You know, rather than saying, hey, what are you going to do about the border crisis? She was like, a lot of people say because you're such a moral, decent man that's why that's happening on the border. And I thought, that's what you've been waiting to ask? And Biden said to her, he was like, well, I'm flattered by that. Well, she got a raise.
Mr. President, Jim Acosta said your smile can't bring a puppy back to life, but I say it can. How do you answer that?
You're so handsome, Mr. President. All right, spring is in the air. Imagine the smell of a freshly mowed lawn, buds on trees, and the thoughts that summer is on its way. After a long, dreary winter, oh my gosh, has it been dreary. My prescription is a stay at the Follansbee Inn on the shores of Kezar Lake in North Sutton, New Hampshire. It's my favorite lakeside getaway. It's my family's favorite lakeside getaway. My parents are planning their summer trip there now. Picture yourself waking up in the morning and looking out to the diamond reflections of Kezar Lake. When you're boating, swimming, or just relaxing with a book, the Follansbee Inn is great for families, for family gatherings, personal retreats, or romantic getaway. Reserve one of their 17 unique historic guest rooms, each with a private bath. Honestly, I can't say enough about their complimentary, mouth-watering breakfast. Dennis, the innkeeper, is a chef, and his food is amazing. The homemade hash, the blueberry waffles, the yogurt, the granola, everything is delicious. So what you want to do to order one of these, to book one of your rooms, you want to go to follansbeeinn.com and book now because you deserve it. That's follansbeeinn.com. It's spelled Follansbee. Follansbeeinn.com. Make sure you tell them that you heard about it on the Grace Curley Show. We will be back with your calls, 844-500-4242, and some more sound from the crazy Biden administration. Don't go anywhere. It's the Grace Curley Show.
She's never held office, but she paid the whiskey priest's monthly rent once. She's Grace Curley.